Gingerdead Man 2 Passion of the Crust was released in 2008. This is directed by William Butler and it's written by Aaron Strongoli, Muffy Boulding, and William Butler. And it's okay. I didn't love the first one, but I did really like the concept of the Gingerdead Man. So I decided I'd give the second one a go. And I'd say it's better. It has more substance. There's more to the story. The characters are more interesting. It's very cheesy. It's very rough around the edges, but in a way that's kind of charming. I don't want to go into too much detail about the first film, but basically the first film sees this murderer going into this Gingerdead Man, and the Gingerdead Man is, of course, our villain who is set out to kill. And I love the design of the character. It looks a bit ridiculous, but in a way that's really funny, and honestly, still kind of scary. If I came across this character in real life, I would be very, very intimidated. So that definitely works really well. And the setting for this one is actually a studio, a film studio, and something I've mentioned before. I love films about films set on TV studios or film sets. I just think it's such a fun concept. And that part of it worked really well. And I don't want to say too much more. I don't want to give away too much more. I know I said there's a lot more substance with this one, but it's still not, it's not the most well fleshed out narrative. But there's enough there. It's a decent story. The Gingerdead Man is out to kill, and people on the set are obviously starting to find out about this, and things get very, very bloodthirsty. And it works. It works fine. It's fair enough. As a narrative, the characters are interesting enough. The performances are good. The Gingerdead Man looks brilliant. Is it scary? It's ridiculous more than scary. But if you're looking for a horror film that's silly, a little funny, not necessarily funny because there's good dialogue or anything. The dialogue's fine, it's not bad, but it's not so much funny because the dialogue is funny. It's funny because it is ridiculous. But in a way that's charming, and I liked it. Definitely a horror film to watch if you're in the mood for something ridiculous, and there's a reason why comedy horrors exist, and sometimes comedy horrors can be genuinely laugh out loud hysterical. Sometimes they can be just so bizarre, like this one, that in itself is funny, and I think it delivers well with that in mind. So I will be watching the third one. I don't know how many there are. IMDb is currently listing at least one more. I think two more at least. Time will tell whether I watch the others, but I will watch the third one. And for now, I can say that Gingerdead Man 2 was definitely an improvement on the first film. So if you didn't like the first film, but you liked the character, you might prefer this one. If you liked the first film, I think you'll really enjoy this one. Gingerdead Man 2, The Passion of the Crust, may not be a perfect film, but I think it delivers what it set out to deliver, and ultimately, I'm looking forward to watching the third one.